Okay. Firstly, Assalamualaikum and good morning again. Thank you to everyone who joined us for this morning session. Okay, and as we know, the topic for our talk today is design thinking in STEM. Like last week, we have already learned about the importance of visualization. So that was the topic last week. So we are going to continue the creativity with so for this week, they are going to learn about design thinking. So before we proceed, I'm just going to introduce our speaker for today. So Puan Marina binti Mokhtar, she is a certified chemist and also the senior lecturer from Jabatan Sains Gunaan, right? UITM Cawangan Pulau Pinang. So she already got some experience also in STEM education and also one of the member of NSA, National STEM Association. Okay, so without further ado, I think just pass the stage to Puan Marina. Um, so Puan Marina, can start.
Okay, thank you Cik Syahira. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi and good afternoon, I think, 10 o'clock, good afternoon. Okay, hi everybody. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer for inviting me here today. This is my first time for the talk series actually. And let me start by saying a few words about my own background. I've been teaching chemistry at UITM Pulau Pinang for more than 20 years. And I'm teaching chemistry as a general science subject for the engineering, for the pharmacy, and also for the health sciences student in the degree or also diploma for UITM Pulau Pinang. And I always involved with the STEM program actually, involved with Jabatan Pendidikan Negeri Pulau Pinang. And I also every year actually I also involved with the innovation competition. Sometimes I am a competitor, sometimes I be a judge. And also last week I and my friends at UiTM Pulau Pinang organized one innovation competition, Kimia Invensi and Inovasi Malaysia, an innovation competition. So I'm also used to be a coordinator of KIK. If you have heard about the KIK, Kumpulan Inovatif and Kreatif for UiTM Pulau Pinang. So before I start my presentation, okay, we have here about 14 here. Before I start my presentation, can you give me a favor to write down answers to my question in the chat box? Yeah? Okay. First, I would like to know, all of you here, whether you are a final year student, degree or diploma, or you just graduated from your university or just graduated from your college actually, or maybe you are teacher. Can you write down in the chat box, please? I just want to know your background, because it can make easy our conversation here. So final year undergoing internship. Okay, thank you. And Act 29, yeah. Others, please. Please write down who you are, just graduated this year, Bachelor in Physics. Okay, thank you, Aiman. Okay. Please write down your who you are, just graduated this year. Okay, thank you, Wei Lu. Okay. Okay, graduated in Basic Genetic. Terus sini. Okay, thank you. Just graduated as well. Okay, thank you, Idian. Please write your background there. And can you write some of your friends have write their field of study, and I also want to know your university or your college. Okay, you can write your field, just graduated or degree or diploma, and then write down your university. I guess UMS. Okay, okay. Chemistry okay. Okay. Teaching in DPM, Nur Fazlin. Okay. 1 years, currently teaching. Okay. Okay. Others? Okay, you can write down over there. And now I would like to know from each of you, have you heard about design thinking? You just write yes or no. Have you heard about design thinking? No, never. Okay. No. No. Okay, no, no. Others? No. Okay. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Nobody know about design thinking. Nobody know. Nobody, yeah? Okay, okay, it's good, good, okay. If you have time, we will practice design thinking together in this talk and using Jamboard. So I will give the link of the Jamboard. Jamboard is an application by Google. So you can log in using your Google account. Or if you use your smartphone, then Jamboard, you need to download the Jamboard application in your smartphone and then log in with your Google account, yeah? Okay, let's start. Yeah, I would like to share my slide. Give me a minute. Okay. Have you seen my slide here? Now I cannot see your face, even your screen. I just see my window. So okay, if you have any question, you can unmute your microphone. Yeah. Okay, let's start. Design thinking in STEM. Design thinking in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. What is it? Okay. Go to the first slide. Okay, let me tell you some great examples of how design thinking has been applied to the social sector. So I would like to open your mind. What is it, design thinking? Look at the picture. Here I give you 4 examples of product produced because of the design thinking. So here are 4 examples. Look at the first picture. Where is my laser point? Okay, this is the first picture. Have you seen the clean team here? The first picture describe a clean team. What is clean team? Clean team which applied design thinking to provide in-home toilet for Ghana urban poor. There are millions of Ghanaians without in-home toilets. So working with Unilever Water and Sanitation for the urban poor and NGO, they developed a team and they call it a clean team, a comprehensive sanitation system that deliver and maintain toilet at home of subscribers. So this clean team is a group of people that serve their service to home in Ghana. They develop because of the design thinking. So what is it? Design thinking, right? So we look to the second picture here, the second photo. Have you heard about the oil of Olay, the famous of skincare in 1990s? And I'm also one of the user. But in the early 2000s, so many skincare brand grow. Then the company Procter and Gamble product was struggling in the beauty business. So what happened was the company team did a detailed work to understand the consumer, and based on their interview and observation. Remember the word interview and observation, because it is one of the process in design thinking. So based on the interview and observation uh, by the customer, they reinvent the brand. So they change the brand from oil of Olay to the Olay brand. Just simple like that. And the company grow again. Okay. So look at the third photo here. Okay, this is the Stanford Hospital, the emergency room. Design thinking have helped the Stanford Hospital to improve their emergency room after they had attend 2 days design thinking workshop. The staff complete a plan to redesign 2 nursing units in the current hospital to serve only a patient with cancer. Because of what? Because of the design thinking. And the last picture here, Uber Eat, okay, the Uber Eat. This approach, they approach their food delivery service actually with the design thinking mindset. What is design thinking mindset? They constantly immerse themselves in the place where their customer live, work, and eat. Meaning what? Meaning that they put themselves in their customer shoes so that they know how they feel, so they can serve better for them. So that is how design thinking work for company, work for business. Okay. Okay, now I would like to give you another overview of why you are here. Why you are here in this talk, design thinking in STEM. So look at the picture. This is part of our life. We have a world to live. Okay, we have people here. So many situations happen every day around us. There may be some issues, there may be problems that some of us encounter in our life. So something should be done. Someone should help them. So how we can help them, how we can help ourselves actually through innovation and invention. Through innovation and invention, we are not just help somebody life, but we are also help ourselves. Help our business, help our company. Innovation can grow your business. Because here we have the graduated student. So maybe you have impian, you have impian to build your own business. Then innovation and invention can help you. Innovation can grow your business. Successful innovation allows you to add value to your business so that you can increase your profit. Innovation help you stay ahead of the competitor because there are a lot of competitors out there. The question is how to know your user, how to know your customer, how to know your consumer problem. That is the question. So how to do the innovation and invention? Do the innovation and invention using design thinking approach. So what is it, design thinking approach? Okay, be patient. I will tell you later. Be patient. Okay. This message, if you read this message, this message was from the United Nations Secretary. Spoke on the video message on Earth Day this year, a warning to us. Now our Earth is facing a triple planetary crisis. We are facing the climate disruption, nature and biodiversity loss, and also the pollution and waste. Each of these issues have its own causes and effects, and these issues become problems to anybody that live here in our planet. So this issue will affect our future generation. Air pollution, for example, can cause health problem. Plastic waste will affect our children in the future. So what should you do? What should we do? So what is our role? What is your role? Okay, that is why United Nations launched a blueprint for a better future. They launched Sustainable Development Goal, put forward a broad and ambitious agenda for global action. So the scale and ambition of the sustainable goal require innovation. Required what? Required innovation in development and innovation for development. Again, innovation and invention. In one of Barack Obama's speech, he had mentioned that change will not come if we wait for some other person, or if we wait for some other time. We are the one we have been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. So what is our role actually here? What is your role actually here? You have been here today, and because you are here, the one that will do the innovation and invention to save the world. Innovation and new inventions support the progress of every single sustainable development goal. So I would like to share some more example of innovation to save our planet. So because of you are final year project, some of you is a final year project, then you will do a project. So before you do the project, you have to think how to do and what product you want to invent, or you want to innovate, or you want to study. So we can use design thinking to think what project, what innovation that you can do to save our planet. Okay. So another example is a biotechnology. We have friends here in biotechnology, I think. Biotechnology. For example, biotechnology, renewable biofuels from algae and other cellulosic materials. This fuel can decrease greenhouse gases and at the same time reducing our dependence on oil. Biotechnology has enabled the elimination of toxic pollutants before they make it into the atmosphere, stream, and landfill. Industrial biotechnology utilizes genetically engineered bacteria from bacteria and yeast and also plant in the form of whole cell system or enzyme. So it can be used to efficiently break down waste and produce material with lower pollution, water, land, energy use compared to the traditional method. Traditional method, just wait and see until the waste decomposed by nature. So this is one of the innovation in biotechnology, and then we can use design thinking. We can use design thinking to develop the biotechnology product. Another example is in the engineering. Engineering solution have focused on air pollution. For example, by capturing, by cleaning and using harmful gases for beneficial purpose. Engineers can develop many solutions to environmental problems. They are also involved in water pollution control, recycling, water disposal and public health issues. And also plan essential project around their city and state. Okay, so their goal is to lessen the impact of human development. How? Like build a new road, a bridge or housing development on the environment and habitat. So they are also aim to improve the quality of our air, land and water. So why are you here today? Because you want to know what is design thinking, because design thinking can help you to design, to design, to innovate your project, to innovate your product, to innovate your service, for example. Okay, this is why you are here. So we want to do? We have to bring the public, we have to bring private and social sectors together in support the sustainable development goal through invention and innovation. Here, I would like to share with you some design thinking that can make this happen. Okay, this is our title for today, Design Thinking in Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics. Okay. What is design thinking? Okay. Design thinking is defined as a method to identify and solve problems in a human-centered way. What is human-centered way? Design thinking is a human-centered approach to innovation anchor in understanding customer needs. That what we call it human-centered approach. Understanding the customer needs, rapid prototyping, and generating creative ideas that will transform the way you develop products, services, process, and organization. So that is design thinking. By using design thinking, you make decisions based on what customer really want instead of relying only on historical data or making risky bet based on the instinct instead of evidence. So why design thinking again? Why design thinking? Because design thinking is a strategy for creative problem solving by prioritizing customer requirement. Again, customer requirement above everything else. It helps to engage a person in several opportunities like experimenting and creating a prototype model, gathering feedback from the customer and redesigning the product using innovative solution. You can apply design thinking to various fields such as architecture, engineering, in the business, maybe in the fashion design, and etc. Okay, so that is what design thinking. It is a human-centered approach. Always customer right. Customer always right. So understanding the customer needs, do the prototyping, and then redesign, test and redesign, and then get feedback from the customer, improve the product, and the cycle repeat until you get the final product. Okay. So if you think like a designer now, if you think like a designer, it can transform how your organization develop product, service, process, and strategies. It brings together the desirability from the customer's perspective with what is technologically feasible and economical viable. So it also provide design thinking also provide various opportunities for people who are not trained as designer to utilize creative tools so that they can tackle a vast range of problem or they can tackle the challenge. Here we can conclude that four essential aspects in which design thinking can help. The first aspect is the main objective of design thinking is to solve the customer's requirement. Customers is always right, is what we said just now. And then the second aspect is help in tackling ambiguous and challenging problems. Okay, design thinking can help us to solve the complex problems. And then the third aspect is design thinking drive people to create innovative solutions. And the fourth aspect is design thinking helps organization to run faster with more efficiency. Like what happened? Like what happened to the Stanford Hospital? Within 2 days, they can turn, they use their design thinking and change their emergency room to a better and comfort for cancer patient. Yeah. Okay. So this is a design thinking step. Design thinking is a 5-step process to come up with meaningful ideas. It solve real problem for a particular group of people. Yeah, because we focus in a certain people. We not focus to everyone, but we focus on the certain people. For example, remember the clean team. The clean team help home without toilet. Okay, and then the Olay brand skincare, they focus on the uh, woman. So woman is their user. And then we have the Stanford Hospital. Stanford Hospital focus on the cancer patient. And the last one, we have the Uber Eat. Uber Eat is for public. Anybody that need the food. Yeah. Okay. So we have to focus to the certain people. Yeah. Now bring yourself to be a designer. If you are a fresh graduate, maybe you have been appointed in any company, so you want to develop your own business, or maybe some of you are final year student and you have to do a final year project. So let me try practice design thinking after this. Um, First step, okay, we look into the first step, okay. First step is empathize. There are 5 steps. The first step is empathize. So what is empathize? Empathize, in this step, you need to develop a deep understanding of the challenge. That is empathize. Empathize is different with sympathize. Sympathy ni we just pity somebody and then we don't do anything. Empathize, no. Empathize, we put ourselves in their shoes. We feel like what they feel. That is empathize. And then we do something. So that is empathize, the first step. The second step is define. What is define? Here you have to clearly articulate the problem that you want to solve. After you feel like what the customer feel, then you have to articulate the problem. You have to write down the problem statement of what a problem facing by the customer or by the user. So you have to write down the problem. That is defined. The third step is ideate. What is ideate? This is a time to brainstorm your idea to solve the problem. That is ideate. You come out with any idea, just come out with an idea, write down on a piece of paper what a product or what service or what a process that you want to innovate or you want to invent to solve the problem. Okay. And then the fourth step is the prototype. You test the product and then you have to get the customer feedback. Any negative or positive feedback are important. Yeah? Keep improvise the prototype and retest until you get the final prototype, until you get the final product. Yeah? Then you can produce the real product. So do some marketing and make profit. So there is prototype test. So we have 5 steps here: empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. So we look into one by one after this. Yeah. So please remember these 5 steps: empathize, define, ideate, prototype, and test. Okay. The first step, empathize. Yeah. We will do some practice together after this. Yeah. What is empathize? So get ready. Get ready with your jam board. Okay. So design thinking begin with empathy to gain an insight into the problem that is set out to resolve. However, more than understanding the problem, this step is crucial to understanding the requirement of the user to deliver a more customized solution. So you have to know who is your user. Okay, and then this step involve observing and engaging with the user to understand their behavior pattern, inclination, preferences, and likely reaction to the situation. Okay, only when business have full grasp the user environment and behavioral pattern, they will be able to tailor solution to fit user needs. Okay, so that is empathize. Yeah, so you have to interview the user, you have to observe them, and then feel what they feel what is their problem, and then write down. Yeah, write down in a piece of paper. We will do that after this. Okay. Okay, the purpose of step one is to conduct interview or observation. So to give you an idea about what people really care about. The designer observe consumer to gain a deeper understanding of how they interact with or how they are affected by a product or affected by any issue. So the observation must happen with empathy. Jadi empathy, kena tahu empathy. Empathy tu maksudnya kita rasa belas dan kita perlu bantu dia. That is empathy ya, bukan not a sympathy. Sympathy lain ya. So empathy. Ya. Which means that withholding judgment and not imparting preconceived notion of what the consumer need. Observing with empathy is powerful because it can uncover issues the consumer didn't even know they had, or maybe they could not tell by themselves verbalized. Yeah? Sometimes the customer cannot tell what is his or her problem. So by observe with empathy, you will know that. Okay. From this point, it is easier to understand the human need for which you are designing. Now let's look to this video. This is about the traffic jam, traffic congestion somewhere in Vietnam. Okay, please observe this video and put yourself maybe as a pedestrian or motorcyclist or the car driver. Put yourself in their shoes. Okay, look with empathy, and then we will do some practice after this. Okay. Eh, wait. Okay. So after you observe with empathy, so we will do some exercise after this. Okay. So how you can write down, how you can put your idea outside. What happened to the user? Who is the user? The pedestrian, the motorcyclist, the car driver, the bus driver, and many people there. So what is the tool? There are many tools to explore the customer need. You can use a group interview, you can use scenario map or mind mapping. You can overview all the feeling in an empathy map. So we will use the empathy map. Okay, this is the empathy map. Okay, so when you want to use the empathy map, you have to ask yourself, what do you see? What do you think it is in the traffic? What does this person value? How do you think this person use this situation? What activity you think happened to this situation? What is a pattern or theme that you see in this video, and what question would you ask this person? For example, the first empathy map, we divided into 4, 5, 6 part. 6 part like this. The first one is apa pengguna fikir dan rasa. What user think and feel. So you just write down what they think. Just write down. I will show you later, and then put into this section. Okay. This section is about what apa pengguna dengar, what user hear. Okay, and this one is apa pengguna kata dan lakukan, what user said and do. Okay, and then apa pengguna lihat, what user see. This is okay, ni biarkan dulu, biarkan kosong you just pull the 4 section here. Okay, I will stop sharing my presentation. Want to keep your innovation, this part. Okay, so I go here, stop presenting, sharing my whiteboarding. Okay, wait. Okay, I've shared a gem file in the meeting chat box. Okay, please log in. Please log in your chat box and look at everybody's Jamboard. Okay, have you got it? Please log in into the Jamboard. Click the link. Click the link. Yeah, just click the link. Nobody is here yet. Just click the link and log in using your Google account. Okay. If you don't practice how to do the design thinking, then you would know. You will don't know how to do the design thinking after this. So please click to the link, and then nobody here, still nobody here. Are you there? Or I'm alone here? Okay, Cik Syahira, how is it? Cik Syahira, memang tak ada aktiviti ke, Cik Syahira?
Biasa ada je, last week ada je.
Ada je, okay.
Yes, ada. I don't know. Everyone.
Okay, if you don't, dah ada ke tak ada ni ya? Okay, kalau tak nak aktiviti, okay tak apa. We can move another slide. Ke? Sorry, but I'm unable to access the Jamboard. Oh, dia request access. Kenapa dia request access? Okay, wait ah. I look into this. Shared by 2 people. Okay, here. Okay, wait. I changed the anyone in this group, you can view. Okay. Okay, I give you another link. Okay. How about the new link? Still cannot open the Jamboard? Cannot. You did access, huh? You need access. You need access. Anyone in this group with the link can edit. Okay, I have changed here. Hmm. Oh, still previous. Okay, tak apa. Cannot, ya? Okay, cannot. Hmm. 18 more in this. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Okay, never mind lah. You can, okay, I have shared the Jamboard here. This is the empathy map. Everybody can see the empathy map here? Okay, can you see the empathy map? Yes, okay, thank you. And then what should you do is, you take an sticker here, sticky note, for example. The first, you feel like what the user feel. For example, very noisy. Contohlah, very noisy. For example. Okay, you put very noisy ini, what the people think. Put it here. Okay, you take another sticker. For example, I feel sick. This is what you think that the user will say. Okay. Well, okay. I feel sick. So, yeah, this one. Okay. Put in this one. Okay. And then maybe you think that maybe they said that very bad air pollution and very bad air pollution. Okay. Okay. Then this is what you maybe heard from them. So put it here. And then what else? So just put it here in the empathy map, and then after you and your team member, yeah, because we do the innovation not by ourselves alone, yeah, we can do in a team group. So each of the team member will write down, yeah, what they think that the user feel. So just write down and then put in the part the segment here, and then which is situation that you have to hindarkan, ya, elakkan. So put it here. Put here, for example, a very bad air pollution. So this is what we put it here. I feel sick. This is, we don't want this one, so we will put it here. Very noisy, we will put here. Another, for example, it is good if um, we have systematic traffic. Contohlah, ya, for example. Okay, this is what they said. This is what they said, and this is what they impikan, they dream. So put it here. And then you have two parts, which one is you don't want, and this one what they want. So the part that they want, for example, another sticker, another sticker, for example, maybe they said if we have hybrid car, electric car, for example, solar car, then it is good. Okay. I don't know what happened, eh. Kalau tidak, boleh sama-sama dekat sini join, ya. So this is what they said. And then after maybe 15 minutes, then you put what here, is it here. So this is what they want. They want, it is good if we have the systematic traffic. Maybe they want a solar car, for example. So put it here. This is what we call it empathy map. Then you know that this is what you want to solve. What problem and how to solve the problem. Maybe you can invent solar car, okay, for them, or you can invent a new systematic traffic in the Vietnam. So this is the empathy map. Okay. Okay. Okay, sorry, for cannot use the Jamboard. I don't know why. Now we go. Continue with the slide. Okay. Look at these people. We also use the map, empathy map. Okay. Okay, define. The next step is the process in organizing all the information collected during the previous phase. This will eventually help you to define the problem statement from a human-centric perspective. So this is define. Define stage not only help in breaking down obscure ideas and issues, but also help to form a structured approach towards solving it. This is when you lay down the plan and frame question that need to be answered in order to resolve the issue. Ni apa yang kita buat lah before this. So how to define the problem? So you may ask who is experiencing the problem, the user. Who is the user? What is their problem? Where does the problem present itself, and why does it matter? So after you define the problem, so what should you do? And this is the tools how to define, because we only have 15 minutes. Okay, how to define the what is tool we can use to define the problem. We can use storyboarding, you can use persona, you can use prioritization matrix, big idea vignette, and we also maybe we can use the point of view. Okay, I will show you the example of point of view. This is point of view template to define the problem. For example, look at here. We have 3 columns. The first column is user. Who is your user? For example, in this case, an adult person who lives in city. This is the user. what he need. He need to use a car for 10 to 60 minute trip, 1 to 4 times per week. That is what he need. And what is his insight? The user would not want to own his own car as it would be too expensive compared to his need. He would like to share a car with others who have similar needs. However, there are no easy and affordable solution for him. It is important for the user to think that live quick, green, and not own more than he truly needs. So this is what is the point of view template. So our exercise is, okay, remember the video at the Vietnam, the congestion traffic at the Vietnam. So can you please write in the chat box point of view statement? Okay, this is the user, you not username, user or consumer. User or consumer needs a way to what? He need what? A verb, because what is the surprising insight? So you, for example, pedestrian. Pedestrian needs a way to get a clean air quickly because they always feel sick. For example, okay. So can you please write down this statement in the chat box? Okay. User needs a way to what? Because what? Okay. Back to the screen. Okay. Okay. You can be pedestrian, you can be the motorcyclist maybe, or the driver. Okay. User, who is user? Okay, who is user? Who is user? User need a way to what? Because so please complete the problem statement. User needs a way to verb because why? Complete the statement in the chat box. You can put yourself as a pedestrian or maybe as a motorcyclist, yeah. Okay, anybody please give your answer in the chat box. Riders and drivers need a way to get better public transport system because of poor public transport system. They need to have their own vehicles. Okay, thank you, Wei Lilo. So you want to solve their problem by invent or by innovate. So how you want to solve the problem, Wei Lilo? So what is your product? Maybe you want to you want to invent a good public transport. For example, two-tire bus, kan? Okay, others? Another example? One more example? Anybody can give me a better plan of public transport? So there is a process or the service. Where you suggest you want to innovate the good service. Okay. Okay, thank you. Yes, bus schedule or train or MRT. Okay, thank you. Okay, this is how we do the define. Okay, now I share my slide again. Okay. right? Okay, other slide. Okay, what next? The third step. The third step is ideate. This is probably the most crucial phase of all, and interestingly allows a lot of room for creativity. This is when you think radically and prepare for experimentation to champion the user experience. So this is ideate. How you want to do the ideate? You can do time boxing, brainstorming, sketching, or dot voting. Okay. So this is a brainstorm idea. Okay, this is a brainstorm idea about how to solve the problem you have identified, like what our friend said just now. Brainstorm about how to solve the problem you have identified. This ideation section could be in a group where your team gather in an office space or encourages creativity and collaboration. So what should you do is you just write down, for example, what your friend said just now. Maybe the MRT, maybe the what MRT, a train, something like that kan. That is the idea. Just lontarkan your idea and tulis dekat dalam brainstorm ni. This is idea. Okay. After you get discussion with your group, then you have to decide only one solution, what is it, and then go to the next step. Next step is a prototype step. What is prototyping? Prototyping involves curating your best idea and putting them into shape. This stage allows designer to test the effectiveness of the solution internally in a small scale environment before presenting it for implementation. So this is what prototyping. This could also mean executing all the probable solution and checking for their effectiveness. An important part of this phase is eliminating all the failed or less effective option and moving forward with the best one. Prototyping allows designer to understand how user would typically behave or react to any particular solution, thereby helping them form a more realistic solution that can be adopted on a larger scale. That is what we call it prototyping. Prototype, how to do the prototype? Normally, we just use pencil, paper to sketch the product, software to draw the 3D dimension, or maybe you need 3D printer to print your product. This is what we call it prototype. Okay, look at this picture. There are 4 steps on how to build your prototype. The first picture here, okay, the first picture is develop a concept before starting a prototype portion of your product design. You will need to define the form of your concept. You can try some sketches or doodles. Drawing your concept allow you to invention your prototype. With each feature, apa gambar yang nak letak, macam mana rupa dia. So you just sketch your product. This sketch is not for the other picture. I just want to show the example. This sketch is not for this other picture, but just an example. Okay. The second step dalam prototype ni is a handmade a model. So look at the below left picture here, this one. Okay, the man in the picture is trying to build his prototype. This is one of our KIK group lah, preparing for innovation competition. Prepare the tripod camera. So after depending on size and complexity of your concept, you may be able to make a prototype by hand with material around your house, or you can buy it from the hardware store. For example, paper, hot glue, carbon, cardboard, fabric, or even a sheet of plastic to build your prototype. So this is preliminary prototype. Does not need to be a perfect. This is only the initial step, and then you have to test after you do the first prototype. And then the next step is you can draw using 3D drawing or CAD. CAD is a computer aided design. As you can, after that, the next step is you can print your product using the 3D printer like this one. 3D printer. Okay. Okay, the last step in design thinking is a test. Yeah, this is the final stage of design thinking. Involves testing the best solution of the previous stage. Since this is an iterative methodology, the result of this stage are used to refine the end solution further. Yeah. Okay. Once you give a prototype solution to consumer, you must observe how they interact with your product. This testing stage is one in which you collect feedback on your work. Okay, so this is what this man do. They test the product and then they get the feedback from the customer. They improve the product and then they do again testing, get the feedback and improve their product. Yeah? This is the step, the last step. Yeah, the test step. Okay. Okay. Design thinking is iterative rather than linear one. Yeah? At the end of the fifth stage, at the end of the test stage, you will likely have to go back to one or several of the other stages. Yeah, maybe you need to go again to the prototype stage, or maybe ideate stage, or maybe the define stage, or you look again into the empathize stage. Yeah, perhaps the testing has shown you need to develop another prototype for which you had returned to the fourth stage, or perhaps it is shown that you have misdefined the consumer need. If so, you would have to return to the earlier stage of the process. Yeah. Okay. Uh, this is another example of household innovation. Okay, I think that every housewife will like this. We like this product. This product will result of the design thinking. The first picture here is a stainless steel insert that will transform your charcoal grill into a pizza oven. The second picture is about the cleaning utensil. Yeah, cleaning utensil. The third one is what is it? A liquid plastic melding tool. Liquid plastic melding tool to fix all those frayed coat and broken household item. Good to have this one. And the last picture shows a super strong magnetic strap designed to hang drinking water and keep them off your shelf so that there is more room in your fridge. Yeah. Okay. This is a final year example of final year project student. Okay. This one I show you the example of student project. The top left photo here is the solar car. Okay. The student built the prototype of the solar car. And then below here is a car with system and application software. And this one is my student project. Okay, my student project. She developed a filter that can use to filter wastewater. This is a multi-wall carbon nanotube composite. She test many times and before she get the flexible shape like this. Okay. I'm now nearing the end of my presentation. Let's just run through the key point again. When you want to improve some issues or design or problem, so design thinking will not disappoint you. Follow the 5 steps. Start with the empathize. Okay, when you put yourself in the customer's shoes, you will feel like what they feel. And then move to the next step, define. Okay, define the problem. Then there will be a few problem, but just focus to one main problem. After you get one problem, then go to another step, ideate. What is ideate? Ideate is you have to brainstorm. You have to brainstorm to get the solution from the problem you have choose before. Okay, you brainstorm, you get the idea what product you want to innovate, what product you want to invent. Okay, after you get the solution, only one solution, then you go to the prototype step. Okay, prototype step. After everybody in your team agree with the solution, then go to the prototype step. This is time to sketch your product, build the prototype, and then test the product, get the feedback from your customer, from your user, and then do the prototype, test again, get feedback, and redo the prototype until you get the final product. Until the customer certify your product. Okay. So this is my reference, and I hope that you have gained some knowledge today. So I hope that you know what is design thinking. now, and then you can apply design thinking knowledge to your final year project, or maybe you want to embark in the business, for example, so you can use design thinking. So I hope that you can apply design thinking in your everyday life, keep doing, make innovation, make invention. Together we save our planet, and thank you for your cooperation and attention. So I bring back this session to our moderator, Cik Shakira.